all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. ZESCO, powering the nation.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
Want to just get out of town with your friends and family? Are you having a corporate getaway and have no adequate transport? Then this here is what you need to listen to. A brand new 35-seater Yutong luxury bus is now up for hire at an affordable and negotiable rate. It comes fully equipped with aircon, TV for your relaxation, music soothing your trip, and DVD players to give you variety. Book now by calling 0955 0966 or 977 844 141.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Introducing the Smart Kicker from iConnect, the most affordable smartphone on the market. With a follow focus capable 2-megapixel camera, you can't miss out on any of the action. Over 400 hours of standby battery time and 32 gig external memory. That's more than enough space for all your series, music, pics, apps and games. Get yours today from iConnect for a limited offer of only 499 kwacha, including 300 MB iSpot internet from iConnect. The Smart Kicker, available at iConnect. iConnect, make it happen.
Want to just get out of town with your friends and family? Are you having a corporate getaway and have no adequate transport? Then this here is what you need to listen to. A brand new 35-seater Yutong luxury bus is now up for hire at an affordable and negotiable rate. It comes fully equipped with aircon, TV for your relaxation, music soothing your trip, and DVD players to give you variety. Book now by calling 0955 0966 or 977 844 141.
The headlines. The Food Reserve Agency casual workers protest over delays in getting wages. Kasama MP Geoffrey Walemwamba expelled from the ruling Patriotic Front. FDD condemns fruitless police search of HH houses. In international news, U.S. ambassador attacked in South Korea. These and many more, do stay tuned. Capital, my name is Gwen Mwila. Food Reserve Agency casual workers have protested over delayment in getting their last month wages. The workers say they always have trouble in getting monthly wages, which has resulted in protest each month end. The workers have stressed that it does not help for FRA management to continue delaying wages whenever it is time to pay them. They have also expressed disappointment over poor safety conditions at the agency, adding that this has resulted in deaths of many workers. And FRA Public Relations Officer Daniel Musoka says the delay to pay workers was caused by intermarket bank money transfer problems. Mr. Musoka has assured that all workers will be paid their wages without any further delays.
Kifuna zingene kutise tikajese wana kunyumba kuja badlaise tije na kuvala tivale tizikwanisa kunyamula masaka kuja tizapolela kutwanya manje tifuna ndrama then ifetinya mula masaka tilibe lunch Mwana tumetuma kwezega ma 28 hai mayo kuibe to stacking machine ukafunwa kazi katu chiwaya tuwafunwa kazi ka chiwaya bama resa atosa kazi ka viwaya tulibe lunch ukazichita kutuya mzatu anazishitapata anangambika banampasa 1 kwata na 50 ngo yatuka kule pana bati chilo na chifunika kutungi bati ni government na manje wewe sio tuangalie tunamuona hapa mungazenga chifunika banga ende nzeru kozi bomba kwanza leo sunga tenge futi ndrama zili zako zingone zijapata utenge in time bana bajego pa nyumba kuribe wakwani sawewe kusunga nkuku zikuja na mimi kuseni sena mzuba sana batu na njera the month so singa kwani so kusani permanent so permanent si wakwenda permanent ndrama sababu ndrama zingapake permanent stiziwa banaka tunawafunza bananga ma working suit yakambati working suit singa upasena hapa kaitiambia bali mutari ndiye permanent zaka boy kupasana ma working suit manje bali mpaka tubandi leo kuchira ise tuwabombe nchito kulingana n'efyo ama business bali fire but nafika day ya kuforeign ndarama chongo every month lindiko devese kuli mitabesha yokusha tikwera tupanga kona kawere so tutoe mbako fi abantu kabishi problem wewe bakweti ya kwati bakane kwa tunakisotinye fuma workers.
Jesuit Center for Theological Reflection has charged that the killing of a citizen, Grace Matapa, is a grievous violation of the first and fundamental moral principle of life. JCTR Media and Information Officer Mwinga Shimilimo says his organization is concerned that Zambia is degenerating in its social consciousness given the violence and deaths experienced in the recent past. Ms. Shimilimo adds that the violent death of Grace Matapa has raised a lot of questions of Zambia's social consciousness. She says it is sad that politically motivated violence, which is supposed to be an exception, has now become a norm. Ms. Shimilimo said this in an interview with Prime TV. She says Zambia Police Service has committed grievous omissions in the death of Grace Matapa and has failed to act professionally. Forum for Democratic Process, FDD, has charged that it is too much for President Edgar Lungu to keep ordering police to arrest the opposition leaders. FDD spokesperson Antonio Mwanza says it is disappointing that President Edgar Lungu keeps complaining of many issues than taking time to work on his promises. Mr. Mwanza says Zambia is faced with many challenges and there is need for President Lungu to direct his energies in solving problems than arresting people. He says the police officers that were sent at Mr. Hichilema's residence to search for documents for 11 hours must be embarrassed and should never work under directions. Mr. Mwanza has advised police officers to go in compounds and arrest criminals than following politicians who are just innocent.
Hours of their time searching for documents in Hakainde Hichilema's places and find nothing. That time that the police are spending 11 hours, criminals in the compounds are terrorizing people. There are serious issues that the president is supposed to be dealing with, and those issues are economic issues. The Kwacha has completely collapsed. the price of food, the price of transport, the cost of everything is going up. The debt, everything is going up. Those are the things the president should be worried about. There are thousands of children at University of Zambia. As we are speaking right now, they are closing at 17 hours in terms of registration. That will not be able to write the exams because they do not have money to pay for tuition fees. Those are the issues the president should be dealing with. Not instructing the police on whom to arrest, whom to investigate. That is wrong. Let the president leave those issues to the police.
We apologize. That was from the Forum for Democratic Development and not Process. Patriotic Front youths in Lusaka have advised opposition UPND youths to refrain from inciting unnecessary provocations against the PF, as this will in no way contribute to the development of the nation. Former Lusaka Youth Vice Secretary Benjamin Siwila says the move by UPND cadres of tearing down PF materials is only meant to anger the PF youths so that they can react. He says the youths in the UPND cannot be blamed for their actions because their party president has not spoken against them causing violence. Mr. Siwila has since advised the UPND youths to concentrate on mobilizing their party and not to put their energies to pick up fights. Mr. Siwila was reacting to the UPND youth actions at the Woodlands Police, where they put down PF Chitenge materials from a tree.
The campaign period is over, and this thing of continuous violence will not help develop this country. I think it's time they healed from that. I know they received it with shock because they were very much expectant. You can even hear from HH himself confessing that he's been funding his party for the past 15 years. I think it's something that really eats him up. The fact that he knows he owns UPND and he's not looking for anything else other than just being in charge of this nation, considering how much money he has pumped in. But it's not about the money that he has pumped in. Basically, that's what is really inciting his cadres, because their leader is very, very anxious, because based on what I've said, what he has pumped in. And I think it's just time to tone down. It doesn't matter how much he has pumped in, but this is about the Zambian people's choice.
Road Development Agency has paved a driving park at Chipata Health Center as part of celebrating International Women's Day. RDA Director, Human Capital and Administration, Mr. Chisala, says the work has cost RDA 50,000 kwacha and will last for 2 weeks. Mr. Chisala says RDA has chosen to work on Chipata Health Center because it was upgraded to level 1 hospital and services a lot of people. He says the work at the health center is also part of the 2000 Link Zambia project initiated by government. And speaking at the same function, Dr. Evans Chikoyo, a medical officer at the health center, says the works will reduce dust at the clinic. Dr. Chikoyo has commended RDA for the works that it is doing at the health center and the entire country on road works.
You also know very well that Chipata was upgraded to a hospital last year, and therefore we must be part of the contribution to upgrading both the facilities, while the other part is doing the upgrading of the services of the clinic. So we chose this place because of the numbers of people that it is servicing, and also it's within reach, at least for us to quickly come and do some work in this area.
And bumpy, and always worried about the welfare of our patients as they come in. For the ambulance to pick patients, especially from maternity behind here, it had to go through all these bumps. And now that you've brought this here, the ride, I'm sure, will be very smooth for our patients. And what it has done again is that the dust that usually will be transferred from here into our wards will reduce. Yeah, so we really appreciate that you have done this, and it adds to the beauty of the facility.
3 people of the same family have died in Kalabo District Hospital after eating suspected poisonous mushrooms, and their bodies have not been claimed from the time they were taken to the hospital, over a month leaving the mortuary with no capacity to accommodate incoming bodies. Officer in charge, David Kabongo, who confirmed the development to Zanis, explained that one of the 3 people, a 6-year-old child, was brought in dead while his mother died few hours later, and the father managed to be in the hospital for 2 days and died on the 3rd day. Dr. Kabongo, however, said he could not tell us whether or not the trio died of suspected poisonous mushrooms because the hospital did not have the right equipment to test the type of poison one could have consumed. He said they were merely informed by the people that brought them to the hospital that they had consumed poisonous mushroom. The trio includes Pelekelo Nambo, 29, Likezo Liswaniso, 28, and Likezo Liswaniso Jr., 6, all of Luente area. Before we take a break, here are the headlines once again. FRA casual workers protest over delays in getting wages. Kasama MP Geoffrey Bwalya-Mwamba expelled from Patriotic Front. More after this break.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.
What's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Welcome back. We continue with the news. The ruling Patriotic Front PF's disciplinary committee has expelled Kasama Central Member of Parliament Geoffrey Bwalya-Mwamba, also known as GBM, after summoning him to appear before the disciplinary committee. PF Disciplinary Committee Chairman Tutu Angulube says the party saw it fit to expel Mr. Mwamba for gross indiscipline following his decision to campaign for UPND leader Hakainde Hichilema in the run-up to the January 20 presidential elections. The committee has further declared his Kasama Central seat null and void. We have more in the following report.
Just few days after Chongwe Member of Parliament Sylvia Marcel was asked for gross indiscipline, the axe has now fallen on Kasama Central Member of Parliament Geoffrey Bwalya-Mwamba, also known as GBM. Mr. Mwamba has been expelled for decampaigning his party and for his decision to campaign for UPND leader Hakainde Hichilema in the run-up to the January 20 presidential election. Mwamba was summoned to appear before the PF Disciplinary Committee on Thursday, 5th March, at 11 hours to answer to the charges, of which he failed to appear, citing reasons that the committee had not formally informed him.
I would have loved to, but unfortunately I have not received a notification, my dear.
Okay.
Yes. If I had received it, I was going to appear before them.
Okay. So they haven't notified you in any way?
No. And whoever says he has done it, later I'm challenging him to come out in the open and confirm that he did avail me that notification.
Okay.
Yeah, but I haven't received anything, my dear.
But the committee chaired by Tutwanguluwe argued that Mwamba was written to and had responded through his lawyers.
Mr. Mwamba is aware of this hearing. We have spoken to him on phone, and we have sent an emissary whom he sent to come and tell us that he would only attend these proceedings in the absence of the press. And we are satisfied that Mr. Mwamba has no defense to the allegations leveled against him.
Mwamba was later contacted by the committee, of which he agreed to appear, but after 2 hours 30 minutes, he had not yet appeared.
So what is the position now? Because we have waited for you. Now, are you coming or what?
Okay, I won't come.
You won't come? Hello?
This situation made the committee to conclude on the deliberations.
We wish to refer to Article 26 of the Patriotic Front Constitution, which clearly states that a member of the party who violates the party constitution, regulations or rules, or does not fulfill the decisions and directives of the party, or misuses his party or state prestige of the party, shall have the sanctions applied against him. And the sanctions shall be applied to Mr. Geoffrey Walyamwamba according to the severity of the offense that he committed. And in this regard, we hereby declare that Mr. Geoffrey Walyamwamba is no longer a member of the Patriotic Front. And we also wish to state that by virtue of that, Mr. Mwamba will cease to be a member of the Patriotic Front, Member of Parliament for Kasama Central constituency. In terms of doubt, this committee resumed its sittings at 10:30, and we waited for Mr. Mwamba to arrive. 2 hours 30 minutes he has failed to turn up, and in that regard we therefore close Mr. Mwamba's file, and if he is not happy with the decision that we have taken, we advise him to appeal to the necessary bodies that may hear his matter.
Martha Namanje, Prime TV News, Lusaka.
Thank you, Martha, for that report. ZESCO Limited says it is impressed by the progress made on the $800 million United States thermal power project, which is currently under construction at Mamba Kolaris. Speaking after he was taken on a conducted tour of the plant, ZESCO Limited Acting Managing Director Victor Mundende said his company was impressed with the progress of the works at the site. Mr. Mundende observed that the current progress on the project required ZESCO to accelerate its works on upgrading the Muzuma substation and transmission lines from Kafue to Muzuma. And project manager Gadi Ramesh said the project is on course and will be complete by November this year. Mr. Ramesh said his company will be ready to supply ZESCO with power by the stated time, as long as ZESCO will also be ready at Muzuma substation.
Even in our presentation came out is that we have a number of issues that ZESCO has to do. Firstly, it's the transmission line from Kafue town into Muzuma. We need to upgrade that line. The procurement is just been completed. I think we'll soon commence with the works. But what is key to note is that we will not afford to go by the timelines in the contract, because then there will be a lot of delays on the part of commissioning of this plant. So in that case, what requires to be done is to go into an acceleration.
All the detailed engineering is completed. At present, I am telling you the present the status. Manufacturing of most of the equipment has been completed, and main equipment like boiler drums, generator, transformers, generator rotor, turbine status, one set completely received, and it has been installed also for the turbine. All these are already at site. I will show you when we go to the site, and majority of the seal works have been completed, and one steam generator, that is boiler number 1, has been hydraulically tested 18th of January, and we have given clearance to go ahead with the refractory and insulation works.
The opposition United Party for National Development has picked Lusaka businessman Charles Kaselwa as its candidate for the forthcoming Chawama parliamentary by-elections. The party has also selected Peter Mumba, a former permanent secretary, to contest the Masaiti seat on the UPND ticket. UPND Vice Spokesman Edwin Lifwekelo revealed the names of the two candidates in an interview on Thursday. Mr. Lifwekelo says the party will announce the candidate for Senga Hill parliamentary by-election in due course. He said the party is confident of scooping the 3 seats. We now take a break, but still to come is international news. Do stay tuned.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
And now for the rest of the news. The U.S. ambassador to South Korea has been attacked by a knife-wielding man shouting anti-war slogans during a public event at an arts center in Seoul. The ambassador, Mark Lippert, was assaulted during a breakfast conference on Thursday as he was preparing to give a lecture about prospects for peace on the divided Korean peninsula. The U.S. Embassy said Lippert was in stable condition after surgery at a Seoul hospital. Hours after the attack, Lippert tweeted that he was doing well and in great spirits. The suspect, identified by police as Kim Ki-jong, 55, was immediately apprehended at the scene. Police said he slashed Lippert on the face and wrist with a knife. Kim had a previous conviction for hurling a stone at a then Japanese ambassador to Seoul in 2010, police said. A woman who was beaten to death in northern Nigeria on suspicion of being a suicide bomber was in fact mentally ill and not involved in terrorism, according to police and her family. Tabitha Haruna, 33, was attacked by a mob on Sunday after she refused to be screened at a marketplace in Bauchi. Police are investigating the attack and have yet to make any arrests. Boko Haram militants based in northern Nigeria have been using women to carry out suicide bombings. The militants want to impose a strict version of Islam and have declared a caliphate in the territory under their control. Ms. Haruna was set upon by a mob last Sunday after she refused to be searched by vigilantes at the entrance to a marketplace. We monitored Al Jazeera for more on international stories.
The internationally recognized government in Libya says it will halt airstrikes for 3 days to help peace talks which are due to take place in Morocco. Libya's national oil company has shut down production because of the escalating violence in the country. Libya depends on oil for nearly all its income. Richard Northern is the former British ambassador to Libya. He says there's a sense of optimism going into those Rabat talks. The US Secretary of State says he's not seeking a grand bargain with Iran. Speaking in Riyadh, Kerry also said preventing a nuclear-armed Iran will address many of the Gulf region's concerns. He met with foreign ministers from the 6 Gulf Cooperation Council nations. Activists say the Syrian government dropped a barrel bomb in eastern Aleppo, killing at least 20 people. Rebels and pro-government forces are fighting for control of the northern city. Egypt's Interior Minister Mohammed Ibrahim has been sacked as part of a government reshuffle. He's one of 8 ministers who are leaving their posts. Ibrahim headed the police force, which has been criticised by human rights organisations over the crackdown on protests. The United States has condemned a knife attack on its ambassador to South Korea. Mark Lippert was slashed in the face at a breakfast function in Seoul. North Korea says the attack was deserved because the US is holding joint military drills with the South. In Liberia, the last patient that was receiving treatment for Ebola has now been discharged from hospital. Liberia currently has no confirmed cases. The head of the country's Ebola response unit has urged people to stay cautious.
International stories, we now come to the end of our main news on Prime TV. But before we go, we take a look at the stories that made headlines. FRA casual workers protest over delays in getting wages. Kasama MP Geoffrey Mwamba expelled from Patriotic Front, PF. FDD condemns fruitless police search of HH houses. And in international stories, US ambassador attacked in South Korea. Well, that's all we had for you. This has been Gwen Wheeler. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless.
You see, I have never fought with a lion. I have never hunted through the forest in pursuit of food. But I do have the fighting spirit. Because for decades, my people fought for freedom. And in 1964, we won. I love to do the Fwemba, the Kalela, the Kwasa Kwasa. I wear chitenge. So does my girlfriend. I eat crisps, not crisps. I love Nsima, Kapenta, Chihuahua, Delele. I'm Josh, and I'm proud to be Zambian.
iConnect, celebrating 50 years of Zambia's independence. #OnlyPazed. iConnect, make it happen.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. ZESCO, powering the nation.